Donald Trump's victory leaves the rand shaking. Yes, Donald Trump is going back to the White House for the second time. What will happen to the world? What would happen to the African continent, and what will happen to our actual economy as a country? Dumela Kazi, welcome back to the cafe. Libitso la ka ke K. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are returning, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. Well, if you are new, please don't leave without subscribing. Make sure that you comment down below with your own views, and also please do like this video. It helps a lot. Without wasting any more time, let's just go out of the country a bit and talk about the connection between the US and the rest of the world. Are we safe? What will happen? Because we know Trump is very, very hasty and very, very unpredictable. So Donald Trump wins the elections against Kamala Harris. Let me tell you that Donald Trump mopped the floor with Kamala Harris, mopped the floor with her own Indian hair. She did not stand a chance. That's what I could say. That's what I can say to you. She did not stand a chance. First of all, for me, as someone who is thousands and thousands away from the US, so that means I'm looking the US in a different angle, in a different view, because obviously I'm not in there, I'm not living there full time, right? So I'm in South Africa and I'm looking at it like that, and I'm comparing between the two, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. I said it from the beginning that I don't think Kamala Harris she stands a chance with Donald Trump. When I'm looking at their ideologies and what they offer and what they say they will offer to the public, I felt like, okay, Kamala, you can sit down. You're not winning this one. Donald Trump is winning this one. First things first. Kamala Harris thought that she got this one. She thought that she got this one because obviously people like stars, big stars, really big stars. Let me tell you that really, really big stars like Beyonce's, your Ariana Grande's, Lady Gaga's, or Oprah Winfrey, and all these big stars, these multi-millionaires and billionaires and all of those things, they were rallying behind Kamala Harris. They thought that they got this one. I'm telling you, the Americans decided to reject all of that. They reject the open border policies. They reject all of it. Yes, we understand that there are certain things, there are certain good stuff that Kamala Harris said about what she offers as a candidate, but she doesn't have the conviction. She doesn't have that. She doesn't have that thing. For me, as I'm looking far, thousands and thousands kilometers away from the US, I feel like this lady was fake in the beginning. We all know if Trump hates something, he hates it. If he would wake up tomorrow and say he hates black people, we would believe her. Him rather. But if Kamala Harris comes out and talk about something, it doesn't feel tangible. It doesn't have a weight. It's like a toilet paper. It's floating somewhere. It doesn't have any weight, no conviction whatsoever. She's not believable. She was talking about how she will obviously lower the price of healthcare in the US and all of those things, so that people can have a good access with good access on healthcare without paying hefty amounts. But she's so unbelievable. Like, you don't want to believe her, or she doesn't give you that amount of believable conviction, right? So I'm talking about these things because I think a lot of people don't understand that the world is actually connected, and US is connected to us all in most cases, almost us all in this globe, because of its huge trade opportunities and trade how we trade in the whole world. And obviously, their economy is one of the biggest economies. They are one of the powerful militant country, and we are connected. Whether we like it or not, we are connected. That's the reason why the rand was shaking from 17 rands 40 cents, from 17 rands 40 cents against $1 to 17 rands 81 cents. So that is 3% loss. 3% loss. Imagine what will happen when time goes on. Why is the world against Trump? A lot of people would say that he's going to ignite war, because obviously when he says things, he says things. When he says something goes, he says something goes. And we know that Trump has got a little bit of a clash with a lot of very powerful countries. Tell me if I'm lying that he has a bit of not good. They are not in good terms with Russia, right? So that means there's something that is not adding up right over there. So that means if these powerful countries starts agitating each other, what will happen? War. And that was what happened before when Trump was still in the White House. A lot of people were seeing that we are very close to the eruption of the Third World War. So right now, the reason that the rand is shaking, a lot of investors are not really happy about the Trump situation. A lot of things, a lot of small markets also, they are crumbling and all of those things. And obviously the rand will also shake on the other side, because obviously this rand of ours is taking all the time. There is when Helen Zille is saying something, this rand is taking. Now it's Donald Trump winning against Kamala Harris. This rand is taking. I can tell you right now, guys, if Michelle Obama was running for presidency, I think she would have won, but not Kamala Harris. She was just a celebrity for me. She did not have any backbone. I couldn't see her actually becoming the first female president of the US against Donald Trump, who says that we are tired of immigrants coming into the country illegally. So he will continue building his wall and all of those things, and he will continue deporting people. And that's what people are actually crying for. The parties like the EFF are the same as Kamala Harris. Obviously, everything goes for Kamala Harris. She's liberated. She's a liberal, and she wants everything goes. For example, the male-born trans people can actually partake in sports with the biological female women and all of those things. And which you find it is a bit unfair in some ways, and she never listens to other people. She never listens to the people on the ground. That's why people that were rallying behind her were people like Beyonce. Beyonce is so untouchable. She's out of actual reach. She is that star that you say, okay, I love watching her. Other than that, I don't want to hear anything about her. I don't want anything to do with her, because obviously she's unreachable. She made herself to be this untouchable diamond that is producing music. That's why her other business ventures don't last long. They fail, because obviously people only know her as a music brand, nothing else. So she was not gonna win because Beyonce was there with her million or whatever million followers or whatsoever. She was not gonna win at all. Ariana Grande's, all these musicians and all of those things. You know what? I feel like these musicians should keep singing. They should just keep singing. Sorry about that. They should just keep singing and stay away from the politics, because obviously they are out of reach with reality. When we talk about illegal immigrants coming into the country, And I feel like a lot of people that voted for Trump, they voted him because of that. They want to make America great, right? They want to make America great. Unfortunately for us in Africa, in the African continent, Donald Trump cares less about us because obviously he once called us shithole continent, and which was, I wouldn't say he was lying, because our leaders in the African continent are just shitholes themselves. So that's why it's easy for him to say that. And that's what I like about Donald Trump, because Donald Trump is very clear and very open about what he wants to say. Whether you like it or not, he's going to say it. I'm tired of these fake ass people like, for example, Kamala Harris. That Kamala Harris, there's something, no. And to point it out, people who are saying Kamala Harris is black and people should have voted for her because she's seriously, honestly, no, guys, no, this black thing and whatever, it doesn't work, especially if you are a person that is not patriotic to their country. On my side, I would never vote for a party that is not patriotic. Never, ever. I would never do that. So that is the reason why she lost, because she was never listening to people who are living in these places on a daily basis. That small amount of votes that she got, she must thank them. She must really thank them, because she shouldn't have gotten anything. She shouldn't have gotten anything. And I can tell you that the people that voted for her are people that are way, in most cases, they are behind closed doors. They don't see what is going on with the poor people out there. They don't see what is going on with the influx of immigrants in the country, how they actually becoming a burden for that particular country. The reason why healthcare is going crazy in the US, part of it is because of these people. The reason why New York is becoming a ghost town, should I say, no, a dirty town, a trash town, it's because of they allowed everybody to come in and they paying these people. And that's what Donald Trump doesn't want. And that's the same thing that is happening in South Africa. The EFF only focuses on people who voted for EFF, the diehards EFF. They don't want to listen to people who might be the potential voters of them. That's why they're not winning. Because they don't care about the potential voters. They care about the diehards voters. And you cannot win if you are only 11 years old and you think that your diehards are billions. There is no way. Kamala Harris just took over a couple of months ago. Yes, we knew her a bit before then, but shit, between the two, like if you had a choice to vote in the US between the two, I don't think you would have voted for Kamala Harris. I mean, Donald Trump is not really he's not a good guy. Like, he's not that good guy, but he's the devil, What about this lady? What if this lady is a puppet? I feel like it's the same thing that people that are voting ANC all the time. I feel like it's the same thing that when they're looking at the ballot paper, but they're like, no, I don't know these people and I don't want to associate with these people. So I'm going back to the same abuser. The same people that went to Zuma are the same people that are diehard fans for Zuma. So the same people that voted for Donald Trump, or some of them, obviously they were diehard. Some of them, they were like, the choice is not choicing. I'm going back to Donald Trump. Like, I'm going to vote Donald Trump because I don't have choice. Kamala Harris is, yeah. But anyway, thank you so much for watching till this far. But let me tell you that the elections and the Donald Trump taking over the White House is going to change the whole world completely. That's one thing that you should know. Our rand, yes, it might recover at some point, but it will go up and down. That's what's going to happen, because before Trump left the office, there was this war thing, and him cutting also the extra grants, or cutting the money that we get from the US that is for health and research and this and this and that and that. He might cut that money. He might say there's no money for Africa at all. And I don't blame him. I still say I blame our leaders here in the African continent as well, because they are shitholes. We wouldn't need aid from the US if our own leaders were able to lead us and drop the corruption. If they were able to lead us properly, we wouldn't need these aid for health, for this, for research from the US. Yes, maybe a little bit, but we wouldn't be depending on it. There's a lot of NGOs in South Africa that are funded by the US. There's a lot of research studies and this and this and this that are funded by the US. But if our own leaders were able to prioritize our needs instead of eating the money, instead of shoving that money into their pockets and their families and their friends and their cousins and all of those things, we wouldn't be depending on these monies that are coming from the US. If Trump switches off that tap, hell will break loose. There's a lot of people that will die in the country, in the continent rather. There's a lot of people that will die. There's a lot of people that will lose their jobs because some people are working in these NGOs and all of those things that are funded by the US. Unfortunately, that's what will happen. That's the reason why I said it is important for you to know what is going on in the US. And it is important to know each and every single political matter in your country and outside your country, because that's how we are connected. If there's unrest in South Africa as a whole, Lesotho, for example, will suffer because Lesotho doesn't have a harbor. Lesotho doesn't have an airspace, right? That's what I'm saying, that we are connected. Trading, we are connected. There's a lot of things that we are connected of. Yeah, unfortunately. Anyway, thank you so much. Congratulations to that orange guy for actually wiping the floor with Kamala Harris. And we will see what will happen if we get World War III. And maybe it's not gonna directly affect us in South Africa, but it's gonna be indirectly affecting us because we're gonna suffer. I'm telling you. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic one. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to comment down below with your own thoughts. I'll see you on my next upload. Have a fantastic one. Peace out.